what you learned in school. Never mind what your parents told you, and disregard what your friends say. From now on, the only people you need to listen to are these guys. For the next several minutes, they'll take you on a journey through the political jungle. When your journey is over and you're safe at home, they promise you'll be stronger, smarter, and just plain better. So buckle up, hang on to your ears, because your journey starts now.
If you support the Second Amendment, then join us Wednesday, April 13th for our annual Second Amendment March from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Capitol steps. There will be speakers, vendors, and gun right groups, as well as musical entertainment. Join your fellow patriots for a march around the Capitol Mall starting at noon. Meet with your state representatives to express your support of the Second Amendment. So bring the family, your friends, and your firearm to the Capitol Wednesday, April 13th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Visit secondamendmentmarch.com for more information.
Well, welcome to Ad Outro. I don't know what the heck that was.
Hello. Somebody let wild dogs into the studio.
The dog in that recording.
I think that's Steve's dog.
What's it doing?
Growling. I think it wants to be fed.
Yeah.
I think we better feed it.
I guess so.
So, welcome to St. Patrick's
Give us some
Day.
scotch.
We're drinking scotch, which is not really an Irish thing, but it's close, damn it.
Well, it's green.
It's green label.
Yeah, so that counts, right?
It sort of counts.
You can't pinch me.
I think I did already.
I put on my Kiss Me I'm Irish shirt for
very bad
for St. Patty's Day.
Very bad form. Oh, the Irish.
We love St. Patty's Day.
No, don't say St. Patty's Day. You can't say St. Patty's Day.
Even the Irish.
The
Irish are turning into little
politically correctness
butterflies and having trigger words.
Yeah. Snowflakes.
Whatever. I knew it.
Something like that.
I knew it was something girly.
They're green snowflakes, but they're snowflakes.
Yeah.
Nonetheless.
Yeah.
Made with cream de mint.
Ooh.
Anyways, as we said, St. Patrick's Day, March 17th, 2016. We're in the Freedom Studios on the 15th floor of Patriot Towers in Liberty City. Where at, Nate?
Guess.
Dublin?
Scotland.
No.
Damn it.
Well, you could have said London. It would have really insulted a lot of Irish.
Oh, darn it.
We don't want to insult Irish.
No, we don't. 'Cause
I have a little Irish in me.
They're fighting mad, every one of them.
They're fighting mad. And they're drunk all the time.
Yeah, constantly drunk. Red hair, just fighting.
Oh, the sweet Colleen.
It's ridiculous. So we read the 8 ways to be offensive on St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. I think we've hit 7 of them or so.
We tried to hit them all.
The 8th one.
Oh, we're not drunk yet.
Yeah. Well,
don't get drunk. It said.
In the 8th
that's not
one,
really.
Don't drink green beer because that's offensive.
That's bad.
Don't wear the Kiss Me I'm Irish shirt. Don't call it St. Patty's Day.
Right.
Because
don't use a couple of Irish words that you don't know anything about.
Yeah, I couldn't. I don't know. That was
Erin go broch in Slancha and Tippamawini.
Yeah, mostly what I think it was saying is don't think that you're super, super smart because you know a couple Irish words. Yeah. So, unfortunately, you're offending all of them.
They're my ancestors. My great grandfather immigrated to Canada from Ireland because they wouldn't let him into the U.S. But then eventually he came into Michigan from Canada.
But nobody would hire him.
Actually, my great-grandfather was born in Canada, so I'm Canadian,
Really?
Yeah, so I've insulted them as well.
Yeah, the other one's like wear a flag cape. I think that's kind of offensive anyway.
Yeah, any national flag they wear.
Yeah, so I don't know. We haven't done that one.
This is the Canadian side.
The good thing about living up in Canada is
what are you doing?
When it gets cold, we can have a reindeer in the shed and a moose in the bed.
What was your thing playing?
I don't know. What are you doing?
Well, I was just insulting the Canadians.
Okay, well, whatever. All right.
We have 2 that listen to us, I think, because they're in prison in the U.S.
Yeah, right.
Oh, boy, we're really not starting out well.
No, let's continue. Let's move on. What do you want to do? You want to talk about the presidential primaries?
Well, first thing we'll do is we'll do this. What do ghosts drink on St. Patrick's Day?
Alcohol?
Booze.
Wow.
How can you tell an Irishman is having a good time?
He's fighting?
He's doubling over with laughter. All right. I'll strike those two out. Steve, I need better jokes. All right. Well, we can say this. Rubio's out, right?
Yeah.
Your buddy?
Bummer. Yeah, because he didn't win his home state, which is generally a bad sign.
That's embarrassing.
Generally a bad sign.
Embarrassing.
Yeah.
And, I don't know how all the super delegates and delegates work out. The delegates can just pick whoever the hell they want, regardless of the vote.
Right, yeah.
And so they're really stacking the deck for Hillary. Now, I'm not a fan of either one, but I think of the two, I don't know. I'd rather stick needles in my eyes.
Well, what's hilarious about it is all of the it doesn't matter how well Bernie does, right? The super delegates seem to be going to Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
He'll win. He'll be the popular one.
Yeah.
And the delegates get redistributed.
Just like socialism.
Yeah. So he should love it, right? If he talks about how it's not fair,
we're going
at some point,
we're going to punch him in the face.
I will no. Mm-mm.
Well, we'll hire a Trump. Well, Trump supporter to punch him in the face because
we'll have Trump tell someone to punch him.
Yeah,
it'll be great.
and Trump will cover their legal fees.
That's right. He sure will.
Yeah.
You think he would?
No. That's just bad rhetoric.
Yeah, I mean, it's messed up.
Why would you do that?
I know.
It's almost as bad as I can shoot anybody in the middle of the street and still get elected.
Yeah, which he also said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. And so
look, but
anyways,
I mean, even if the people deserve it, right?
What, getting shot in the face?
No.
Beat up?
Getting beat up.
Nobody deserves to have violence thrust upon him.
That's not true. I don't know what you mean by thrust upon him, but some people deserve it.
Name one person that deserves violence thrust upon them.
You?
Oh, okay. Good point. Even Steve agrees.
Yeah,
with that, our engineer.
Yeah, right.
He's
Steve's doing well this
in
week.
The booth.
Steve's doing well this week.
Take that Bernie off. The Feel the Burn shirt, you commie bastard.
Here, put on this Kiss Me I'm Irish shirt. It's St. Patty's Day.
That's what's tattooed on his shoulder. He's German, for God's sakes. I don't understand it. All right.
What?
I'm just thinking of the
you realize I
there,
saw somebody did the math, right? If they
Yeah.
took the number of superdelegates, Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders, they take the number of delegates, regular delegates,
Right.
whatever, non-super delegates
yeah.
that they won, and then they take the number of superdelegates, which are handed out by the Democratic Party, essentially,
Right.
and reverse them, Bernie Sanders would be winning.
Well,
No, but
that makes sense, right? I mean,
well, not really.
Why?
Why is there such
That's
an
like, say,
why
all
is
right.
there such an imbalance?
All right, let's say that.
No, if they were divided equally and fairly, right?
But that's not what that's supposed to do.
What is it supposed to do?
They are supposed
to let the party pick the nominee?
No, they're supposed the delegates are supposed to represent the voters. So in other words, based on how the primaries go, in other words, if there's three candidates and one candidate wins by 60% and one by 15 and another by 17, the one that wins big is supposed to get most of the delegates and so on and so forth. But on the other hand, they can basically vote for whoever they want. I think.
Yeah, they can.
At least
yes.
The first vote they're supposed to do it one way, but after they vote at the convention and it doesn't have a clear winner, then they can vote for whoever they want.
Yeah.
So it's going to go to that.
So you have to make sure that
I think
your delegates really.
I think if the case is if it's really close, which it's kind of close, it could go either way. But on the other hand, if one candidate, let's say, is getting 90% of the votes throughout all the primaries, it's going to be hard for the delegates to justify giving it to the person that's winning by 15% of the votes. They could do it, but I don't know what kind of respect they're going to get and what kind of confidence the voters would have in their delegates. And I don't know how long the delegates would last. They'd string them up.
Yeah. So, close.
What?
You're
Is it
close. Yeah, no, so what superdelegates are kind of what you were explaining. They're delegates that are essentially picked by the party, right? They're generally party leaders, whatever.
They're kind of either
they are
appointed
not
or something.
They haven't pledged to either candidate. They can vote for whoever they want.
Or more than two.
But they're
right? If there's 4 or 5 candidates.
But there's only 2, and it's
it's
a Democrat thing. So what I'm saying is they're chosen by the party, which means it's obvious who they're going to vote for. Right? I mean, they pick them. They pick hey, Bill Clinton, you be a superdelegate, and who's he going to vote for? Bernie, obviously.
Right, but also that can vary regionally, as if you look at a map of who won what counties and stuff. Other counties could be more conservative Democrat, and might vote for.
Yeah. I'm talking about the superdelegates.
Yeah, but but all the delegates are appointed by their parties locally.
Yeah, but they've pledged.
I have friends that are delegates in the Republican
That's why I'm
Party.
saying you were close. Some of them do pledge to vote for a specific candidate.
But they can change that.
Maybe.
They can.
Maybe.
They can.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Because it comes down to the convention.
We should stick to things we know about.
Yeah, but it comes down to the conventions. Well, I've lived through more conventions than you, and one would be the 1968 convention, Democratic one in Chicago, where the Democrats, kind of rioted. Or was it? Yeah, it was a Democratic convention.
Yeah, and so you remember that one well, and you learned a lot from it?
I didn't learn anything from it.
How old were you?
I don't know, 12, 13.
Yeah.
But I remember I watched it. That's how early I got involved in politics, and I watched.
And what good has that done you?
It hasn't done me any good at all.
There isn't a single person on the face of this earth.
All it's made me is more cynical.
There's not a single person on the face of this earth that wants to get involved in politics at any level that is right in the head. That came from you, right?
I think that's true.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, aren't you running for local office?
No. No. What are you talking about?
Didn't you ask me to be your campaign manager?
No, I sure didn't. You may have volunteered.
I wouldn't do that.
Good.
Because I wouldn't want to get you elected and be responsible for
that.
I wouldn't be able to sleep at night.
Yeah. Oh. I'm sure you'd be a huge help.
For your opponent.
Yeah, right. I was going to say, if that ever happens, we're going to have to end this show and our friendship.
Okay.
Just so I can have a chance.
Right.
So I might have to move out of state.
Trump wins. He looks like he's going to be the nominee, which is really frightening. I don't like the guy.
He's going to win everything,
and he scares me. He's got a lot of issues. He reminds me of the 6th grade bully picking on the 2nd graders on the playground, and his ego is so big and so fragile that he has to lash out and fight out.
What makes him the 6th grader picking on 2nd graders? Well, because he has some money?
No, he's the big kid within middle school. That's usually the
yeah.
Top
I know
of
what
middle
you're.
school.
I know, but
that was my analogy.
He's got millions and millions of people supporting him.
So what? So did Hitler.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Was Hitler a 6th grader picking on 2nd graders?
Yes, he was worse than that. He was a high schooler. He was a senior picking on 2nd graders.
Yeah.
He had his brown shirts go out and beat people up and stab people.
No, yeah, I guess I get what you're saying. I guess my point is,
and it
he's
was
not doing
it was a similar circumstances too, because the German people were dissatisfied with the status quo, and they were coming out, the Depression, and it was horrible, and they come out of the Second World War, and they were devastated and humiliated on a national scene, and here comes this savior.
Second World War?
First World War, I meant.
Do some math.
There's math is important.
Yeah, there's only 2 of them
so far.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, I think
your little thing you dropped there. What you're saying is,
I think I agree with what you said, but I guess my point was he's not doing it alone, which is what's scary about it.
What do you mean?
He's not like the big kid that's bullying everybody. He's like the 6th grader that has 100 million 6th graders with him. That's just being obnoxious in a pizza parlor.
100 million is exaggerating.
A third of this country support Donald Trump.
I don't believe that for 1 second. No, that's not true.
Half of them are illegal.
It's funny they were just saying that. Oh, it's amazing.